Welcome to Shadow Revenge Stories, where the shadows of betrayal give way to the light of justice. They fired me on Friday. On Monday, I bought their company. My name is Alex Harlan, and this is the story of how one devastating Friday turned into the most empowering Monday of my life. I was 35, living in Seattle, and for 8 years I'd poured everything into Nexus Tech Solutions, a mid-sized software company specializing in cloud-based analytics tools for mid-market businesses. I'd started as a senior developer straight out of a big tech layoff, back when Nexus was just 20 people in a cramped office downtown. I rose quickly, lead architect, then VP of engineering. I built our flagship product, DataForge, from the ground up. It was my code, my algorithms, my sleepless nights that turned us from a struggling startup into a company valued at over $150 million. The CEO, Victor Lang, was the classic charismatic founder, visionary on stage, ruthless in the boardroom. He'd brought in venture capital 3 years ago, diluting everyone's shares, but promising we'd all get rich on the exit. I believed him. I turned down offers from Google and Amazon because I was loyal, because Nexus felt like family. Or so I thought. It was a rainy Friday in October. Victor called me into his corner office overlooking Elliott Bay. His smile was too wide, the kind that doesn't reach the eyes. "Alex, sit down. We need to talk." I sat, expecting a discussion about our upcoming Series C round or maybe a promotion to CTO. Instead, he slid a folder across the desk. "We're letting you go, effective immediately." The words hit like a punch. "What? Victor, why?" He leaned back, sighing dramatically. "The board feels we need fresh leadership in engineering, someone with more innovative energy. You've been great, Alex, really, but it's time for the company to evolve." Fresh leadership, innovative energy. Translation, they wanted to cut costs before the next funding round, and my salary, now substantial after years of raises and bonuses, was too high. Plus, I'd been pushing back on some of their shortcuts, rushing features without proper testing, ignoring technical debt. I'd even warned the board in emails that our core platform was at risk of scalability issues if we didn't invest in refactoring. She paused. "Their valuation is around $150 million, but with the market cooling and their growth stalling, we could get them for less, a lot less." Security escorted me out. I packed my laptop bag under their watchful eyes, said awkward goodbyes to colleagues who looked stunned, and walked out into the downpour without an umbrella. By the time I got home to my apartment in Capitol Hill, the numbness had turned to rage. My wife, Sarah, held me that night as I ranted. We'd been married 5 years, no kids yet because I'd been all in on the company. She listened, then said quietly, "Alex, you've always had a backup plan. Maybe it's time." She was right. What Victor didn't know, what almost no one in Nexus knew, was that I'd been quietly building something on the side. It started 3 years ago, during late nights when Nexus's direction worried me. I'd begun developing a side project, an AI-enhanced analytics engine that fixed all the flaws I saw in DataForge. Better scalability, real-time processing, predictive modeling that was years ahead. I coded it in my home office, filed patents under my own name, and incorporated a new company, Harlan Insights LLC. I kept it small at first, just me, but after proving the concept with a beta tool I shared anonymously on developer forums, interest exploded. A former colleague from my big tech days, now a venture partner, reached out. We pitched to a few select investors. Quietly, carefully, Harlan Insights raised $40 million in seed and Series A over 18 months. I hired a lean team of 10, all remote, all top talent I'd poached ethically from competitors. We launched 6 months before my firing. Our product, Insight Core, was gaining traction fast, better, faster, cheaper than DataForge. Early clients included 2 Fortune 500 companies that had been eyeing Nexus but chose us instead. Victor had no idea. He'd been too busy golfing with investors to notice the competitor nipping at his heels. That Friday night, after the shock wore off, I opened my laptop and reviewed our numbers. Harlan Insights was valued at $200 million post-Series A. Cash reserves, strong. Growth trajectory, explosive. Saturday morning, I called my lead investor, Elena Vasquez, a sharp, no-nonsense woman who'd made billions in tech exits. "Elena, it's Alex. I need to move fast on something." I told her everything. She laughed, a deep, satisfied sound. "Victor Lang? I've heard stories about him. Arrogant prick. What do you have in mind?" "Acquisition. Hostile, if necessary. I want Nexus." By Sunday, we'd wargamed it. Nexus was vulnerable. Burning cash on sales and marketing, technical debt piling up, key clients delaying renewals because Insight Core was poaching them. Victor was desperate for that Series C, but investors were hesitant. Elena connected me with a boutique investment bank specializing in tech M&A. They confirmed Nexus's board was panicking, rumors of down rounds. Monday morning, 3 days after they fired me, I walked into a conference call with my team at Harlan Insights. "Team, big news. We're making an offer for Nexus Tech Solutions today." Cheers erupted over Zoom. They knew the history. I'd been transparent. By noon, our formal letter went out. Harlan Insights offers to acquire Nexus Tech Solutions for $120 million in cash and stock, a 20% discount on their last valuation, but fair given the risks. Victor's response came fast, a furious email rejecting it as insulting. But the board? They scheduled an emergency meeting. What Victor didn't realize was that I'd already spoken privately to 2 board members, old friends from the early days who'd grown tired of his ego. They saw the writing on the wall. Insight Core was superior. Integrating Nexus's client base into our platform would accelerate our growth massively. Over the next weeks, suspense built. Victor fought tooth and nail, leaking to tech blogs that Harlan was poaching unfairly, bad-mouthing me in interviews. But the numbers didn't lie. Our clients loved Insight Core. Nexus's churn rate spiked as customers jumped ship. I felt the emotional weight every day, nights staring at the ceiling, remembering the humiliation of being escorted out. The betrayal stung deepest because Victor had been a mentor once. I'd helped him build that company. And for what? To be discarded like obsolete code? Sarah saw me through it. "This isn't just revenge, Alex," she said one evening as we walked along the waterfront. "It's justice. You built something better. Now you're saving what you created, the jobs, the tech, from his mismanagement." She was right. Part of me wanted to burn it down, but the deeper part, the engineer in me, wanted to fix it. Mid-November, a major hook point shifted everything. One of Nexus's biggest clients, a national retail chain, announced they were switching entirely to Insight Core. It was a $15 million annual contract lost overnight. Nexus's stock, they'd gone public in a SPAC 2 years ago, another of Victor's rushed decisions, plummeted 30%. The board called me directly. "We accept $110 million all-cash option for shareholders." Victor was outvoted. Closing was set for December. I insisted on one condition. I lead the integration personally. The day of closing, I walked back into Nexus's offices, not as the fired VP, but as the new owner and CEO of the combined entity. Victor was waiting in the lobby, face pale. "Alex, how?" I smiled calmly. "You taught me everything about building a company, Victor. Turns out, I learned well." He tried to bluster, but security, this time on my orders, escorted him out. I didn't fire everyone, far from it. I kept most of the team, promoted several who'd been overlooked under Victor, and invested in fixing the technical debt. DataForge became a legacy module in Insight Core, and together we dominated the market. As for Victor, he struggled to find another CEO gig. The tech world talks. But for me, the real depth came later. Therapy helped unpack the anger, the grief of lost years. I realized revenge wasn't the fire, it was the rebuild, turning pain into progress. Today, Harlan Nexus, our new name, is valued at over $500 million. We're public, profitable, and growing. And every time I walk into that corner office, I remember sometimes the best comeback isn't destruction, it's creation. Thank you for joining this tale on Shadow Revenge Stories. Remember, in the shadows of injustice, patience and perseverance can light the way to triumph. If this story of betrayal turned into victory resonated with you, subscribe to Shadow Revenge Stories for more thrilling narratives of justice served cold. Until next time, stay resilient.